Hey YouTube, it's Kari, iSydekick, and today we're playing Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One. I'm playing Domination on Rogue Transmission. Now, I had played a little bit of Battlefield 4 on the Xbox 360, but I didn't really care for it too much because I thought it was pretty glitchy. It seems like it's a lot better on the Xbox One, especially the frame rate. I could physically see the frame rate drop on the 360 like constantly, and it was just really glitchy, very annoying. I think the graphics look great on the Xbox One. It looks so much better. I really like it a lot. And I actually do not too bad whenever I play smaller maps, like if I play something like Team Deathmatch or Domination. I don't do too bad in Battlefield, and it's a little bit more realistic and stuff than Call of Duty. And the main reason I've been playing Battlefield 4 is because Call of Duty, you know, it gets a little bit boring after a while, and also because I feel like I'm one of the very few people, but I am not exactly happy with the last patch. I personally think that the last patch didn't really do anything good for me. I think that's because I wasn't really an assault rifle person. I liked the submachine guns, and even though submachine guns got a buff, they didn't do anything to the KF5 is what I'm hearing, and that's the one I liked the most. So now I've kind of had to switch over to the ASM1 because that's the only one I can seem to kill anybody with now. I don't know. And then anytime I try to use an assault rifle, it just feels like it takes forever to kill, especially with like the HBR3, which was my favorite assault rifle. The thing has such a slow fire rate, and now that the range has been like increased or something on it, it feels awful. I don't like it, and I don't know. I think that they did not do good things with the patch, but I think a lot of other people disagree with me, so I might start playing a little bit more Battlefield. I'm definitely going to still continue to play Call of Duty because I do like the game, but right now, slightly frustrated with it, so maybe expect to see some Battlefield content. The only reason I don't like to put Battlefield up is this video is 15 minutes long. It's really hard to talk for 15 minutes straight, so I'm going to have to try to talk slow and really plan out the story, so that's also why I'm giving you a little bit of a background on why I'm playing Battlefield 4. Also, the whole way I got Battlefield 4, so if you guys have Xbox One, I think it's a great deal. Not trying to sell you on it because it's not like I get anything from it, but I personally think it's a really good deal. So EA has this deal where you can become like an EA Vault member or something like that. If you go to the store, it's going to be somewhere in there, but it's $30 a year and you can download all the Vault games. This was one of the Vault games, so was Need for Speed Rivals, so was Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. They had a Madden NFL, FIFA 14 on there. Those are all the ones that I got. There might be another one, but Battlefield, Plants vs. Zombies, and Need for Speed Rivals alone, those are all like $40, $50, $60 games, so $30 for a year, you're getting a good deal. Now, I think once your membership runs out, it automatically renews, but if you choose not to renew it, you can't play the game any longer. But to me, it's kind of like renting for $30, so I mainly got it for Battlefield because Battlefield still is like, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 bucks. I'm not really sure. I know it's still pretty expensive, so to me, it was totally worth $30 to be able to play it for a year. Because in a year, you're probably not going to get much if you trade it in anyway, so I think it's really worth it. But so if you guys want to check it out, but that's how I got Battlefield 4. I wasn't going to buy it. I wanted to, but I was like, ah, man, I still have it for the 360. I really don't want to pay for this game again. Kind of like right now, I'm kind of struggling with deciding to get Grand Theft Auto because I do want to get Grand Theft Auto 5 for the Xbox One, but it sucks when you already had it for the 360 and you have to buy the same game again, so that sucks. But so today what I want to talk about is sexting and how girls don't sext, or at least I don't, and how to not get a girl or how to get a girl. So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice on how to definitely not get me or how to get me, because this is just my personal opinion. Other girls might be a little bit different than me, but something recently has been going on where this guy that likes me, has been trying to get with me, and that should be flattering, but not the way that he's been going about it. So some of you might know, if you watch my other videos, that I recently have been broken up with, and I still want to patch things up, and I don't really know if I want to date right now. Like, I don't really want to be alone, and it's been about like a month and a half since we've talked, so I guess it's been long enough to move on, but I kind of am choosing to not move on. Like, I'm definitely still waiting for this guy. Like, I did join a dating website, and I get like 1,000 messages a day, and it's flattering, but it's annoying. It's OkCupid, which I feel like is a good friend site too, so at least like a lot of these people, a lot of them, like right off the bat, I'm just like, there's no way, like either there's no physical attraction or there's no common interest. And I do know that I want to get back with my boyfriend, so I'm kind of like, man, I don't know, maybe I should disable my profile, because I don't know, I took a little bit off, like, I just kind of like took some time, was like, okay, maybe it would be fine if we didn't get back together. And I kind of waited for him to contact me, but it's been like a month and a half and I don't think he's going to contact me. and I've pretty much decided, like, yeah, I do want to get back together, and obviously it's not my choice, it's his choice, so, like, I don't know if he's ever going to talk to me ever again, because I'm trying to talk to him. I've sent him lots of messages on Facebook, on Xbox, texting. I get nothing back. I know I've been blocked from a lot of stuff, but I don't know if I've been blocked from text messaging, so I don't, it sucks. He's like, I don't know if he's getting them and he's ignoring me and he's just like, yeah, like, we're done, or if he was just mad and blocked me, and now if he's like, forgot it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know what's going on, so that does suck. But so some people at work know that I'm single now, and so some guys are trying to, like, ask me out, which, like I said, it should be flattering, but it's not because of the way that, like, certain guys decide to go about it. So this guy, like, I knew pretty much, I could tell, like, right when I met him that he liked me. Like, I feel like girls know when guys like them, but guys can't seem to tell when a girl likes them. Like, if I like a guy, I pretty much have to ask him out or tell him, like, I like you, because guys are just, like, stupid. They cannot tell when a girl likes them. Like, I had put myself out there so much for guys that I've liked. Even my last boyfriend, I had to ask him out because he had no clue that I liked him. And I was like, seriously? I flirted with you for, like, 3 months. You had no idea that I liked you? I don't get guys. But girls, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure we can tell when guys like us. Either that or we think all guys like us. Like, if a guy talks to us, we're like, they like me. They want to be with me. I don't know. Maybe we're wrong, but, that's one of the biggest things about communicating with the other gender is we communicate differently, so who knows. But, so I was pretty sure that this guy liked me and he was talking to me, even when I had a boyfriend, and, like, his messages that he would send me on, like, Facebook, I mean, they sounded really, like, personal, like he was really trying to get to know me, and he kept saying, like, stuff about how, like, my boyfriend was a bad guy. Like, I'd tell him something like my boyfriend did, and he'd be like, my boyfriend was kind of, and I didn't see it as a bad thing, but I don't see a lot of men that are this way, was kind of, I don't know, like, a good word for it, because I feel like clingy sounds bad, but kind of clingy, I guess. I mean, that's not really a good word for it, but he liked attention. Like, he liked to cuddle. He, liked for me to tell him, like, stuff like, I love you, and unfortunately, I'm not really that girly in that way. I'm not a cuddler. I do like to cuddle occasionally. I hate cuddling while sleeping, though. That's the only thing I don't like to cuddle. If I'm trying to sleep, I want to sleep. We can cuddle while we're trying to fall asleep, but when I'm asleep, I don't want to cuddle, if that makes any sense. But I'm not big on, like, saying I love you all the time. Like, I don't know. I've had a lot of, like, past issues. And so I know I'm weird like that, and I'm not as girly as most other girls when it comes to stuff like that, and he really likes that. And I told this guy, like, oh, my boyfriend likes to cuddle and stuff, and he acted like, oh, that's a bad trait. That's, like, a guy that's gonna turn out like this and like that. And I'm just kind of, like, blocking out the stuff. It's kind of annoying me that he's, like, saying all these negative things about him. And then, as soon as, like, he found out that we broke up, he starts texting me and messaging me on Facebook a ton. He asked for my number, which I gave him it because I was really, really depressed. I'm still really depressed over this whole thing. So I feel like I could use friends right now. Like, I really, really need friends because, I don't know, when you get broken up with, you break up with someone, you need friends. You either need friends or you need, like, a rebound, which I'm not into rebounds. I don't think I'll ever do a rebound. I'm never gonna, like, and I'm not talking, like, it doesn't have to be sleeping with. Like, I'm never just going to be like, oh, I'm going to sleep with someone to get over somebody, or even just, like, I'm going to date this person just to make me feel better. But, like, friends are what I would choose, like, because I'm just not a rebound type of person. But, so, I was like, okay, I guess I could be friends with this guy, because, like, I'm so depressed, like, I really, really need friends. Like, I don't know, I don't want to, like, do anything bad or anything. Like, I don't have good coping mechanisms, like, I mean, I don't want to talk about, like, how bad things are right now, because I really want to have, like, a positive persona on the internet, but things get bad for everybody, even, like, celebrities and, people that just always seem like they're happy, but things are not good for me right now. So, I decided to, like, talk to this guy, and it wasn't too long that he started, like, sending me sexual messages, and I didn't really know how to handle it, and, like, so I'd kind of be like, hey, like, LOL, that's hilarious, and stuff like that. And I'd say, like, that's, nice. I never sent anything sexual back, though, because, like, I didn't want to give this guy the impression. The only thing I think of that I ever told him that was, like, maybe he could take it that way was he sent me a picture of him, and I was like, oh, you used to be cute, because he looks a lot different than he used to. And, like, I feel like that's so mean, and I mean, I hate to sound like shallow, but everybody is a little bit shallow. Even if you say you're not, okay. Well, you probably are. And if you're not, good for you, but most people are. So, this guy's just not my type. Plus, he has a girlfriend, and it bothers me that he's, like, talking to me while having a girlfriend, even though I know he doesn't want to be with his girlfriend, but still, it's like, you have a girlfriend. If you don't want to be with her, then leave her, because it's wrong to be trying to talk to me while you're with this girl. And he has a couple of kids. And I wouldn't say that, like, that's a deal breaker for me, but I really don't want to be with someone who has an ex-wife or kids. Like, that's just not something that I want, because that's just more drama that you're always gonna have to deal with. Like, I want my first kid to be, you know, with someone who it's their first kid too, and I don't really want to have to deal with an ex-wife, like, because an ex-wife is a much bigger deal than like an ex-girlfriend. So that's just me. So, like, this guy's not the right guy for me. And one of the biggest problems I have with him is just like he pretty much is telling me like every guy for me is wrong for me except for him, and it's very, very annoying. That's not gonna help you get a girl. Like, I'm just telling you right now, if you want to try to get a girl, don't be like dogging other guys and saying like how you're the perfect guy and everybody else is wrong, because it's definitely not going to help. And I've told this guy that I want to get back with my boyfriend, and he's like sent me messages like, oh, well, what if he's, you know, already like had sex with other girls, or what if he's gone on dates with other girls? And he sent me some message saying that like he's pretty sure that he heard a rumor that he had sex with one of my friends who actually dated his roommate. And like, man, that stuff pretty much, I don't really get mad a lot, but like that definitely made me angry. Like, you're not gonna make me like you by dogging on my ex-boyfriend, telling me what a horrible guy he is when you don't know him. So I'm just like giving you some advice right now. Do not dog on this girl's ex-boyfriend, because it's not gonna help you get with her. But more importantly, girls don't sext, and that's what I wanted to talk about mostly in this video. Is this guy has sent me pictures. He sent me like messages like, oh, I'm thinking about sending you like a picture of my junk, and I don't even really remember how I responded to it, but I definitely wasn't like, yeah, do that. I was like, oh. Like, when a girl says something like, oh, or even if we reply, LOL, something that's like one word, it's like, this is awkward, and I don't know how to tell you, please don't, but please don't. So he like sent me a picture, and I don't even know that I responded. Like, I started to get to the point where I just like wasn't even responding to text messages anymore, because I'm like, okay, like, you're being pretty rude at this point. Like, I'm not interested in you. I've told you that nicely. And girls are not, okay, so I guess guys are like this, I'm assuming, but girls, if you send a girl a picture of your junk, it's not gonna make her want to be with you. Like, girls aren't like sexual, like visually the way guys are. I mean, we can be, especially like if we're in the mood, but man, I just don't understand how like a guy can think, oh, I send her a picture of my junk, she'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so freaking sexy, I have got to get with this guy. Because it doesn't work like that. And working in a prison, a male prison, I obviously get shown that a lot, and every time a guy does that to me, that's like the first thing I think. Do you think that's gonna make me want to be with you? No, it makes me think you're disgusting and repulsive, and it doesn't matter if you're like a prisoner or if you're just some guy I don't know that well. If you're a friend, sending me a picture of your junk is not gonna make me want you, and I don't think it will for most girls. So I'm just telling you right now, you probably should not sext a girl, because it's probably not gonna help. So, but anyway, so I don't even like sext my boyfriend. I never have. I just think it's really, really unsafe to like send dirty pictures of yourself. Now, my boyfriend has sent me pictures of him, and that's fine because we're intimate, or we were, you know. So like, that is the only time I think sexting is okay. Otherwise, I'm like really against it. I think that if you send someone a dirty picture of yourself, whether you're a guy or a girl, but guys probably don't care as much, it's probably going to end up in the wrong hands. Someone's going to show it to somebody else, so I just wouldn't do it. But besides sexting, this guy was also like telling me how he's thought of me at night, and I know that that'd be super hot for a girl to tell a guy that. And it's not like girls don't do that. Sure, we do that, and we think of people that we want to be with. But we wouldn't tell a guy, because that'd be creepy, and it's just as creepy for a guy to be like, hey, I thought of you last night. Like, oh, get away. Because that's, oh my gosh, you are such a creep. So pretty much what I'm just trying to say in this video is, if you want to get with a girl, the best advice is to try to be her friend and not to try to be creepy, and just to try to get to know her. and like stuff she likes, but don't be like really weird about it. Like, I like video games, and so I obviously like gamers, and like my ex was a gamer, but I definitely don't want to be with some guy who's like just trying to fake playing video games because he wants to be with me, if that makes any sense. So I know this probably isn't the best advice, but I thought it was somewhat of an interesting story, and I don't know. I hope you guys maybe can get a little bit of advice from it. You know, don't be stupid around girls. Don't move too fast, because that's a big thing. Definitely be honest. Girls don't like liars either. I dated a guy who was a compulsive liar, still is. Like, I'm still friends with the guy. I think I'll probably be friends with him for a long time, but I have no romantic interest in him. And one of the biggest problems I had with him, and he still is this way, is that he lies. And he lies to try to make himself sound like a better guy. He tries to make himself sound like he's like rich, and that, you know, he's like well educated, and I don't know, he'll just pretty much tell me anything that I want to hear, but I know that he's lying. He'll tell just really out of this world lies that nobody would believe. So that's another big turn off to girls. So I hope you guys liked the video. Hope maybe you guys learned something. If you didn't learn any advice, hopefully you thought the story was at least somewhat interesting, even though it probably wasn't all that great. But it's really hard to talk for 15 minutes, so hopefully you guys thought it was alright at least. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked the content, and I'll see you guys later.